What's up, guys? Just a final desperate plea. There's 3 days left on the Kickstarter, and as of recording this, which is about 12 hours before you will see it, if you're watching it when it's brand new, we are $500 away from our Kickstarter reaching its goal. Thank you so much for the people who have already donated. If you are remotely on the fence or considering it, now is the time. We are really hoping this thing happens because we've got a lot of cool stuff already planned. A lot of wheels are already in motion for this thing. So if you would like to see the documentary happen of us taking the Fieri to Monterey Car Week, there's a link in the description below, or I think you can Google Car Bros Kickstarter for that page. So please, this is me desperately begging you guys to make this happen in the next few days. So check it out. It ends on Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the podcast.
Car Bros, yeah. Car Bros USA, yeah.
This is Car Bros Podcast episode 44.
The Big 4-4.
Big 4-4.
Lewis Hamilton edition.
Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Very special hello to our patrons.
What's up?
Seriously, Patreon, every month Patreon
It's just
gets
blowing
better.
up. Blowing up.
Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying the exclusive podcast. That was pretty cool. We got some new patrons just for that. People seem to really enjoy that thing.
Yeah, a lot of feedback on that.
Yeah, a lot of feedback. So we're going to keep doing that. That was a lot of fun. If you'd like to become a patron, hop on in there.
Yeah.
There's a link in the description below.
Slide into those DMs.
Slide into our DMs. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Patreon is totally behind the scenes. We're very interactive. You can essentially message me directly, and I'm just sitting at work.
Gives life advice.
Waiting for people to message you directly.
Like, people message me and I'll respond within minutes.
He counsels people through breakups.
Yeah, totally. Got a little therapy thing going. So yeah, if you want to interact with us more, Patreon's an extra awesome way to do it.
Indeed.
But there's also some really good content on there, especially now that it's built for a while.
Yeah,
It's
right.
There's a whole
Library.
There's a treasure
Archive.
chest of stuff in there. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. It seems to be worth it. People seem to be very satisfied with it, and we like doing it. And hello to the rest of our fans.
Sup.
You guys are also awesome. You guys are the...
And of course, the Kickstarter is, as we record this, or actually as you're hearing this, I should say, it's a couple days away.
Yeah, a couple
it's
days
like
away.
down to the wire.
Yeah, really like two days, I think. So thank you to everyone who has contributed to that so far. That generosity means a lot.
Incredible.
That's the first time we've done something like that.
Yeah,
and it's really reassuring to see how that's been going. So
if you haven't jumped on board, you have a little bit of time left.
yeah,
Every
now
little
is
bit
the
helps.
time.
Yeah.
If you were putting it off, it's go time.
Obviously, the higher it gets, the more crazy shit we can do.
Yeah. So please jump in there if you have not yet, because that generosity is really good for our egos.
Oh yeah, stroke that ego.
Yeah.
Self-confidence.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing is, after 14 months,
Is it only 14 months?
Yeah.
it's only been 14
It feels
months.
like it's been only 9 months.
It was longer. It was only 14 months. The M5 video that I've been referring to. Do you remember when we did Monterey Car Week and I was like, we're going to try new things and we're going to pivot.
Last year's Monterey Car Week. Right.
Yeah. It was like, we're going to pivot because we're small and we can. And I was thinking about that statement. I was like, so full of myself. Yeah, we could.
But we're not.
But we didn't. It's like, so I don't know. Anyways, as we are recording this, I don't know how it's done.
John and I have not seen
Yeah,
it.
as of recording, we have not even seen it.
I did not show Garrett or John anything from it, right? Like maybe
We've seen some still
it.
frames. That's about it.
handful of
And
stills.
the teaser you posted on Patreon. I think that, 6 months ago.
It's like two still. Yeah, so I didn't show them anything. And I'm not sure why I did like that. I don't really know why.
Secretive.
It's a total just passion project. But I wanted to give you a little bit of the backstory of how this came to be, just really quick. You won't see the video, but just to let you know my thinking. So 14 months ago, I mean, it was March. It was March of last year, so however long ago that is. I just had this idea where it was like, man, could you make a video about a car that is essentially a car review without a host? Mm-hmm. And the idea came from like, I'm so tired of hosts, basically.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Or like host isn't a good term.
Yeah.
It's just like someone who thinks they're a host.
Sure.
Or like someone who like
acting as a host.
Yeah. They're like making the video so that they can get screen time because they're just like are in love with themselves or whatever, whatever.
Sure.
And so I was like, is there a way to make a video that has zero of that? And so that's how it started. And like it went through some iterations in my mind, and I think where I really started to get excited about it was about 8 months ago when the second layer of this was like, when you'll watch a video about a car that you're interested in, and it's like 8 minutes long, and the part you give a shit about is like 30 seconds or something,
right.
Like, I think I'm going to try to get like a new exhaust for the STI. And like, you'll look up like STI exhaust.
Right.
And it's like, there's music in it.
Yeah.
Or there's just
all right. So we're taking it over to my shop.
Yeah. Or like any of this shit. You're like, I don't care about any of this shit. Just show me give me a good quality audio clip
of the exhaust.
The exhaust. Yeah. And so the second part of what this video is trying to be is just show me everything I want to see
about the car
and none of the shit that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
And so the video series, there's only one. Maybe
one of
every 14 months.
We've got a pretty poor track record for series. But I'm calling it Pure. And the idea is that it's pure.
Yeah.
It's nothing that you don't want.
Yeah.
There's no wasted space. And it's everything that you do want. And so the fantasy would be that this exists for all sorts of different cars. This is really just a kind of prototype, and it may only be one thing, depending on if people like it or not. And it's not funny.
Coin has convinced us that it's going to be on the front page of every blog.
I think it's a big deal, but like I'm in love with it,
right?
And the other thing is, the other interesting thing about this, not just this video, but anything we make or probably any creative project, is you'll have a really good idea, but you work on it so much, and the footage is so intimately familiar with you that by the time you're done, you truly don't know,
right?
Yeah, because
what it looks like to someone.
You can't like step back and look at it.
You can't step back anymore, because not only do you know like what's going to happen, you know it down to like the frame.
Sure,
right.
I mean, you have seen the footage so many times that there's just nothing new. And so
especially because you've just been working on it yourself. It's not like you send us a draft. What do you think?
Yeah, you've got zero feedback.
This is like no feedback type of thing. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited to launch it.
It's a George Lucas kind of situation.
Yeah.
Okay, boss.
One thing that I can promise you guys is it oozes effort. And so like at least it's that. But so did Chad. So
yeah, that's true.
Who knows? So anyways, we'll probably do something else. Maybe later we'll talk about it a little bit. If people have questions or something, maybe we'll address those or on the Patreon or something. But anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And at this point, I'm just hoping it's not a flop.
That's super,
I'm hoping it doesn't.
Big flop.
I'm hoping people don't run away from the channel.
At least we know it won't be offensive. So Jalopnik
it's
might.
Not going to be offensive. It's not going to be offensive. It's safe to post.
Politically correct.
It's safe to post. Yeah.
No opinions at all in it at all.
There's no opinions. It's very unbiased. Yeah. Except it may make some people want an M5.
Yeah, you're just trying to raise the value of your own car.
I'm just trying to breathe a little extra fire into that car value.
Yeah, when you do post it on Bring a Trailer, you can just post this video along with it.
I know.
I
was thinking it'd be funny at the end of the video to say like, for sale.
Craigslist.
Like, by the way, here's a link to buy it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyways, a little update.
Quick tangent. Since I mentioned Lewis Hamilton at the beginning, since it is episode 44, just want to give a Formula One update. I have been watching every race, like I said.
Wow.
And it is just as boring as I remember it fucking being. I don't know why. Like every time a season starts, you think it's going to be different. Like I said, because...
Have you ever been to a race?
No, I haven't.
I think you need to go.
I want to go to Texas because that's the only one in America now.
Yeah, I think you need to go check one
to
out.
Austin. Oh, I'm sure it'll be in there.
I've heard a lot of those things actually kind of suck.
Really? Why?
I mean, I've been to a lot. I haven't been to a Formula One race, but
Yeah.
I've been to a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's just like, oh, it's better to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's better to watch the racing on TV, but just being there.
Yeah, I guess that.
Because when me and you went to
soak up the
Sonoma
atmosphere.
for the NASCAR race,
Yeah, that was
like we
cool.
only watched probably like 20 minutes of the actual race, but just walking around
Yeah.
and being there was
Yeah,
sweet.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Hammered.
Yeah.
yelling
Yeah.
at some hoverboards.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I would say check it out.
But yeah, Formula One's boring.
Just once. Well, it's kind of like the Bonneville Salt Flats are kind of like that. I went like 7 or 8 years ago, and you went a couple years
2
ago.
years ago, I think. Yeah.
And it's like it's very cool to see.
Yeah.
But you don't have like, at least I don't have a yearning to go like, I need to go back. Like
No.
I can't wait to get back there.
The thing about the Bonneville Salt Flats is that is such an incredible natural phenomenon.
Right.
Yeah. It's like the ultimate stadium.
Yeah.
Like you go there and it's like,
It feels like you're on a different planet.
Yeah. It's like this alien world. It may as well be a natural park or
Right.
a
I think
national
it
park
is,
something.
or it's not a national park,
National
but it's something,
monument or
it's
something.
right,
Yeah. Because it's like, it's incredible just for that.
Right.
And so that helps a lot.
Yeah.
So like going there once.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, go see that. But but there's other people like every year I religiously go back.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
That. You get a pretty decent suntan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I went, I like spent like weeks. It's like you need to wear this kind of hat, and you need like
for
this
sure.
and like really dark sunglasses
And like long
yeah.
sleeves, even though it's probably warm.
Yeah, like the inside of your nostrils will get sunburned.
right. Yeah, because
It's
you're
that
essentially
light's-
like standing on a mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
nuts.
But yeah, it's very cool to see.
Yeah,
and there are
that's
people
pretty
like,
cool.
oh, like basically you want to go there for like sunrise. And then
right.
that's it. And then like and then like go back to your hotel.
Yeah, hide indoors for a
Yeah.
bit.
Moving on to more mundane.
Yeah, our usual type of topic.
Digging into
Okay,
car culture.
on a very deep. I want to talk about a little thing called wheel covers and hubcaps.
Yeah, little plastic wheel.
So I like modern cars are like really fucking good, just in general.
Yeah.
They're as safe and technology laden as they've ever been.
Yeah.
Really.
Other than the Mitsubishi Mirage.
No.
There's not like a bad car.
With,
Or what was it, the Kia Rio or something?
whatever it was. The-
Or Rundo?
The Rondo.
Rondo.
I don't know if they still make the
No,
Rondo.
sadly I don't think
Damn
they
it.
do.
Yeah. Maybe they'll bring them back like a retro one.
That is kind of funny because when we did the last live stream,
Now you're just seeing them everywhere.
yeah, I wish I remembered his name, but he brought up Kia Rondo when we were talking about like the lamest
Car
funniest
names.
Bob or
car
something.
names.
Bob Roberts or something.
Yeah, and like literally that day,
We've been obsessed with that ever since.
I'm like, oh shit, there's a Rondo.
Yeah, Mike was like sending us pictures of Rondos he saw in parking lots.
Rondo spotting has become a new thing.
I was like, all right, I guess we're into Rondos now.
Yeah, don't sleep on the Rondo. Yeah. Anyway, so like
It's gonna start showing up in your like Facebook
classifieds.
suggested
Yeah.
like, old shitty Rondos.
Low mileage.
Yeah, bargain find 2011 Rondo.
Rondo.
It's only had 3 owners.
Yeah, so like new cars, like a lot of them have like this even like standard equipment is like stuff that you wouldn't even find on luxury cars
Yeah, like
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Lane keep assist.
Yeah, radar, cruise control, like
backup cameras.
backup cameras.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff, like Apple CarPlay.
Yeah.
But then there's a sizable amount of cars that still have, in 2019, going on 2020,
Yeah.
plastic fucking wheel covers.
Yeah. Steel wheels.
Steelies and some dinky little cover.
It's like, what? I mean, it's just, I guess, purely a cost cutting thing.
It has to be. It
because
must just be cheaper to make a steel fucking wheel. I
which
guess,
seems
versus
kind of
aluminum.
weird, like with the way they fucking crank out aluminum wheels.
Yeah.
It's got to just be.
It's like, so we're gonna have a steel wheel, and then we're gonna design a separate plastic cover for that, and then it's gonna attach.
Yeah, the thing that's crazy to me is like, aren't those wheels pretty big though? Are they
Yeah,
like
yeah.
18-inch steels?
Yeah.
with,
I think there's at least 17.
17s, yeah.
pretty sweet. Do they make like 20-inch ones?
I don't think so.
I'd be curious what
We
the
should
actual
find the
biggest-
largest
Steel wheel.
hubcap.
Yeah.
That comes on a car. That's pretty sweet because wheels are big now.
Yeah.
like they're huge.
It's usually like 16 is like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Be like the Toyota RAV4, the brand new one.
Mm-hmm.
The like base model still has a steel wheel. Like I think it's probably 17.
Right.
It's like a 17-inch steel wheel and a wheel
Covers.
cover.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's like, oh, okay.
I wonder if it's like just a weird like incentive for you to upgrade
I
beyond the
assume that
base.
I'm sure that's a big part of it.
Yeah, they're just so
Because
embarrassing.
how many like base models are like, if you go to a dealership, how many base models do they have in stock?
Usually not too many.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to like special order.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Super
in a way, it's acceptable. Like the aforementioned Mirage, I would say, it's like you're kind of expect a
Right.
base model car like that to have wheel covers.
They must just do it. Don't you think that they do it in a lot of cases so that they can say like the new RAV4 starting from $24,995?
They're just
Because it's like, wow, that's cheap, and you go and you're like, fucking hubcaps.
right.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like
What?
on that same car, the like radar cruise control is standard.
Yeah, right.
And then another car, a Nissan Leaf, a base model Nissan Leaf, which is like 32 grand or 31 grand, has steel wheels
It's got to just be because
just to hit that.
it's like, yeah, so the right combination of you can say the entry price point is cheap,
Right.
and you can say standard radar cruise control.
Yeah.
You know, but like standard alloy wheels sounds pathetic.
Yeah.
If
It's like,
you
what
said,
is this, 1996?
if you said standard alloy wheels, you'd be like, no shit. Because you wouldn't think anyone in the right mind.
At
would
that
ever,
point, it's like standard power mirrors or powered windows or something
it's
like that.
You wouldn't even say
Air
it.
conditioning.
Yeah.
You know, like I almost wouldn't be surprised if they started offering models with like non-power
Because I guess,
windows.
I mean, theoretically, it doesn't make the car drive any different.
Right.
Wouldn't it?
Well,
I mean, I'm sure.
on the Leaf, wouldn't it affect range if the wheels are heavier?
Technically, it
wheel
might.
weight. I mean, a steel wheel versus even like a kind of
Cheap alloy.
cheap.
That probably
aluminum
actually
wheel.
don't weigh that much different, huh?
Oh, you think so? I was gonna say it's got to be a difference.
I don't
I would
know.
assume the smaller the wheel.
Because I know the
obviously,
steel wheels have like a
less
bunch of, like the
difference.
weight holes drilled in them and stuff like that. So it's not, I don't know.
I don't know, man. But like, as far as like mods go, upgrading to significantly lighter wheels is like one of the most noticeable.
You feel it
Yeah.
like everywhere.
It truly changes the way the car drives
Right.
in a lot of subtle ways. I mean, like the suspension behaves differently.
Yeah.
Like the wheel, the mass of the wheel hitting large bumps is now different from what you're expecting.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's braking, handling, acceleration.
yeah, it's like
fuel
everything.
economy.
You're like, did I pull like a bag of sand? It's like, I don't know, the wheel. I mean, it truly changes the car. So
Right.
I don't know. It's surprising that they would.
Yeah, they do that, and then I think Honda. I think on their Honda's base models still have like black plastic door handles.
Yeah.
It's like, did you fucking like go out of your way to like? Okay, all of them have body colored except for the cheap one.
Yeah.
We're gonna like not paint these ones.
Right.
Dude, I swear I saw a new Tacoma with a black bumper.
Yeah, I assume
probably.
like the whatever
Probably.
the like the
That's so
the
crazy.
S or whatever that
Yeah.
SR. Or something.
It's always like so sad. Like it's such a sad because it's only gonna be a work truck, really.
Right.
It's just like some newspaper delivery needed the cheapest truck that was new for some reason. It's like they're gonna drive it into the ground for the next 3 decades.
Yeah,
It's
we don't need paint on these bumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, no, what else can you pull off? I guess we can not paint the bumpers. Like, yeah, we want that. It's like somebody must want it. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. The other thing one thing that you had, this is like more of like a passion topic of yours, but it is true, was this kind of ties in with wheel gap in cars.
Oh yeah.
And like, first of all, we can agree wheel gap is just,
Is there anything worse than wheel gap?
it just sucks.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it weird how much it sucks?
I guess it's fine on
Off-road vehicles.
Yeah. But like you had,
on a normal road car.
Yeah.
like Mike drove the Type R over here, and you park. You know, sometimes you'll just park in such a way,
Yeah, and you're just
where
like-
it'll kind of like tweak the chassis,
You're just
and,
like,
like
"Ugh."
one of the wheels,
Like,
like
yeah.
you'll just do something. It's
Right.
like subtle, but like you
Right.
park like it's kind of a slope, but it's not.
Right.
And you like walk away from your car, and it's all raked.
You're like, "Ugh."
Ah. It's like it looks like someone who like their pants are too short.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of look where it's just like that's just bad.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that just doesn't. It's like shouldn't it touch the shoe? It just doesn't. But like they'll get rid of it in advertisements.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, some companies do a really good job of not, like BMW is generally pretty damn good at just not really having it on any of their cars.
You got to find the right balance of like.
Even the like 80s BMWs like didn't have wheel gap.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah. I think it's a lot of things.
And then there's one of the like most egregious examples is like really the Miata in general, especially the newer ones.
yeah.
Like the last 2 generations. Those things have a fuck ton of wheel gap
So
for,
they can like fist
for
the fender
a
well.
sports car.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, a car that's designed to be
Yeah.
Right.
like
Stiff, sporty.
yes, snazzy,
Yeah.
sleek,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, but it's like that's why it's like a brand new car. First thing you gotta do is get new springs and shocks.
Yeah.
Get rid of that wheel
Step
gap.
one.
Although I guess those things are sort of designed to be like kind of roll.
Yeah, because wheel gap is really like a suspension travel / like body work
tire
thing.
width and
Yeah, it's like there are a lot of
size.
variables. I assume it is tricky and expensive to get rid of it.
Yeah, it is weird when you have a sports car. You can
Right.
put your fist
Yeah.
in between the tires.
You can foot the wheel well.
But yeah, so you'll notice a lot of like manufacturers will like when they have ads,
Yeah.
or even like on their website, like when you go to like the build a car,
Right.
thing, it's like it's not really a photo, it's like
It's a rendering.
It's like a
Yeah,
rendering,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like they always seem to sit way lower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
Like,
attractive
it's
looking.
like,
Yeah.
I don't need to lower that.
And then you see it in the wild, it's all fucking dorky.
Yeah.
And you're
Super
like,
raised
yeah, the
up.
wheels are like sunken in a whole bunch.
Yeah,
Like,
they
what?
definitely adjust that in the ads. Or they'll take a photo where it's like just slightly going around a turn.
Right, yeah.
So that the
Oh. It's like
suspension's
loaded
like
up,
loaded
rolled on
and
one side.
lowered. It's like they know it looks fucking dorky. It's like you tailored your pants and then you sold the 2-inch shorter one. Yeah, it's kind of a funny topic. And it's this is deep, this is pretty car nerd. Because most people wouldn't notice. For sure. I don't think people know what wheel gap is.
No, that the
But
average
they
person
probably
doesn't.
notice in the advertisements that the car looks attractive.
Yeah.
It's like face tuning Instagram.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
actually, now that I think about it, I think the worst example of wheel gap, even worse than the aforementioned Miata, is like when the Lambo or whatever has the like self-leveling.
yeah,
front
like
Like a
sometimes.
Ford GT when they'll go over speed
Yeah, yeah, and you
bump
see,
mode.
and you,
Yeah.
you see it, and like you're
Yeah.
just
So
like, what the
weird.
fuck is that?
Yeah, because they'll have some like 20 series tires.
They just lift the fucking
Yeah, the
nose
up like 4 inches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are
and some
sweet.
people just drive around like that.
Yeah,
they don't.
right.
They don't just like temporarily use
Right.
it.
Yeah, like I know like 458 and 488, maybe the 430, I can't remember, but like they've got it's like speed bump mode.
Yeah.
Does it just do the front?
Well, the new GT40 has
sure.
has
Oh,
front and
yeah, I
rear.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like a
Because you can put it in
suspension
track mode
Right.
and it like
And it, like-
lowers it like a full inch.
Right, it like dumps it.
Yeah, and so like you can't even drive around the street like that. 'cause
Yeah,
it would-
this is more
There's a
'cause
speed bump,
People
but
are
yeah.
just scraping the shit
Right,
out of the
yeah.
front of their cars.
But man, it looks fucking awful.
it looks
yeah.
so bad.
It's just like
bad.
those 90s trucks that have airbag suspension, and they'll just drive around with the rear of the car dropped.
that
So the like
Cali crawling?
Yeah,
That looks sweet.
but they'll like driving at like 50 miles an hour down the street like that. It's like what the fuck?
I think they did that. I think specifically because they thought it looked cool though.
Yeah,
Right, but
a good look.
it just looks weird.
Well, I mean, it looks weird, but at least they're like
Yeah, it just looks like
They're
they're
doing it
hauling.
on purpose.
Looks like they're hauling a bunch of gravel or
But
something.
even
but
like regular like a sedan or whatever that's like on bags with like cool wheels.
Yeah.
When they like raise it up to drive, like,
Oh, yeah.
it always looks kind of like off.
bad.
Right.
Or like when someone will put, if you put bigger rims on a car but you don't lower it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's like embarrassing.
It just exaggerates
It's
everything.
like shit. You got to really do those at the same time, man. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was worried about when I changed the wheels on the Type R.
yeah,
Because
Yeah,
I,
you went
I haven't lowered it yet.
you went from 20s to 18s,
Yeah,
right?
with a bigger sidewall.
Yeah,
So,
that looks fine to me.
yeah, it's not like I wouldn't mind lowering it
Yeah.
a skosh.
right, yeah.
Little
But
scotch.
yeah, it doesn't like scream out like, oh my God.
Yeah. Horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how much I'm going to use this word, but I don't mean it. It's crazy how much of a science there is to lowering a car.
You went and said it.
I went there, but like it is. There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
You can totally get into it way too much, way further than you need to.
Get it over your head.
But like again, I hate to admit it, but like when you get it right, everyone knows it's just like, damn, that looks fucking good.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is there's a right way to do it, but 95% of people
But
don't
it's
do it.
hard
Right.
because every time, first of all, even if you have the tire size, every brand is different.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then like wheels, it's like what? And so someone will nail it, and then like on a forum or anything, it's like, what is the? People will be like, what wheel tire
Yeah.
offset?
Yeah, what
like
specs were you-
What
yeah.
are the spacers? How did you lower it?
Yeah.
It's like they always guard that stuff because you kind of need to blow money
Right.
trying it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
like
it's trial and error.
It's like if no one's done it before,
Especially if you do.
can't copy them.
I remember like when I did my Dart, it has like pretty aggressive setup, and there's like nothing to go from.
Yeah, it's like
when I did that,
you don't know.
like it was like a bunch of guys that put like torque thrusts.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like
yeah,
how
because
do I even
you've got like T37s.
It's
like
kind of like
70s
I remember we had to take
muscle
your
car.
wheels to that machine guy to like because the holes were too small or something.
The center board.
Oh, the center board was off.
He
Yeah.
had to like
Oh,
machine it out a little
yeah,
bit.
Like slightly, had to just take like a millimeter,
Yeah.
like not even a millimeter, like less than
Weight
a millimeter.
savings.
Yeah,
yeah, that kind of stuff though. It's like you can totally go too far, but it's because everyone knows it's like it looks. If you get it right, it's like a really nice fitting suit.
Yeah, and then there's other like newer cars where like so many people have done it. Where it's like, this is the standard setup.
Everyone gets the 17x8 plus 22.
Exactly.
That's how the M5 was.
Yeah.
I lowered it, and they're like 12 millimeter spacers on the front, 5 on the back, lower it on the stock wheel. It's like great because somebody blew.
It's like a doctor writing a prescription.
Yeah, because there's all those like pioneers,
Right.
shredding their sidewalls on the fender when they go over bumps. And like, there are some ways to do it. You can buy things that kind of like approximate the size of a wheel, but yeah. Anyway, shout out to all those brave young men and women out there wrecking
on the cutting edge,
wrecking their fenders, trying to find that exact wheel and tire combo.
Yeah,
that looks super good. Okay, Cobalt Theory.
All right.
What is it?
So in our podcast notes, I simply put Cobalt Theory.
Yeah, we're all.
yeah.
He left us hanging.
This is
it's kind of like Mike's M5 video.
This is basically my passion project.
The thing that got me was that it's in quotations too. It's the Cobalt Theory.
It's the official name.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so I like to think of this like say like every car ever made has a like ranking, not a ranking, like attributes, like a
okay, sure, some
like
5 levels.
Like you place it somewhere based on a bunch of different things.
Okay,
so it could be like performance, looks,
prestige,
comfort, like history. Even for a newer car, it can just be like reliable, safe, good fuel economy. Like I could drive this every day, even though it's not cool.
Sausage
just like
magnet.
or like it can tow.
Sure.
This thing will tow this much. This thing will get 60 miles to the gallon. There's just all these different things. So like every car of all ever could be rated on these different things.
Of course.
Like in the category, or like an overall score.
I mean, not even overall score.
Okay.
Just
They're
like,
just saying there's a million categories that a car can be rated.
Yeah, and some of them are like really high, and others others are low.
Okay.
And my thesis is that the car that's the worst of like every single one
in every category.
If you took all of these categories and like wanted to get the worst, like most useless, worthless, uninteresting, lame, boring, shitty car.
So it's not the worst in every. It's just overall the worst.
It's like
the worst in every
the
category.
most like nondescript, worst, uninteresting.
Okay.
This car excels at none of the categories.
Would you say its aggregate score is the lowest?
Yeah. And I think I've settled on like a 2007, 2008 Chevrolet Cobalt 4-door sedan.
It's a solid choice.
So which one's the Cobalt?
It's the one that replaced the Cavalier.
Yeah. John will bring up a picture, and it is one of.
This must be to your point, but I'm not totally sure what it looks like. So you get a point there. Okay, so here's a picture of a Cobalt.
Yep, and it specifically has to be the sedan because the 2-door is like a little bit better.
A little bit better. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's a car.
Okay, so the thing is, like, there are cars that are like objectively worse than that are like shittier. I mean, like they have less power and are just probably built worse.
Right.
But those cars will start going in a direct, like once you get shittier than that, like a car starts getting better because it's like
they've got some other thing.
They have like a little bit of character, or they're even like
Delta 88.
Right? Or,
like, what is this funny?
Right? Yeah, they're like ironically bad.
Look how like plush the interior is.
Right.
Like pleated.
Or even like Kia Sophia, or like a car that's like shittier than that. But like, oh, look at that funky Kia. You never see those.
Right.
You remember those? Those things suck.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that Cobalt has to be like where everything. I can't think of a car I'd want to have.
Speaking of the interior,
less.
if you like Google a 2007 Chevy cobalt interior. It's just like this picture I'm looking at. It's just a sea of beige. Like everything is beige except for the really shitty looking stereo and then the AC controls, which are like those like dials from the.
Yeah, because I'd rather have a Kia Rondo.
That's like at least you could like joke about
'cause
your
it's funny.
Kia Rondo. Yeah.
Here comes the Rondo. Let's load up the Rondo and go get coffee. Like 5 people in a Kia Rondo.
Yeah, and even
funny.
like the aforementioned Cavalier, which is like probably worse than that thing in most regards.
Right.
It's still like it's old enough now where like a Cavalier is kind of like quaint.
Wasn't there an SS
There's
version
an
of the
SS
Cobalt?
model.
There was, and that thing was actually pretty
that's
good.
That's the 2-door coupe.
Yeah, but
right?
I'm,
That's not fair, though.
I'm
We're not talking
specific.
about
I'm
that.
specifically talking about the 4-door.
sedan, yeah.
That
So you have to leave off the Cobalt heritage. That would
Just one specific model.
So
yeah, I'm just talking about like if you had that car, like how disappointed. Like if someone like put if there was like a huge lottery and like one of every car was in there, and
Like you
that
went on the
was-
Price is Right.
Or just
Or
like
this is the
you
car
pull
you
your,
wear.
You pull your car out of the hat.
and if every car ever made, you just be like,
That's like,
oh fuck.
oh man, yeah, that's like
Because like anything worse than that, even if it was in the same thing or it was a lottery and you pulled out like
Right.
Kia Rio, like it would be like a joke. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
okay,
funny.
I'll rock a Kia
Yeah.
Rio.
yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of like this car reminds me of in like 5th or 6th grade, we had like this giant jar of Jolly Ranchers, and I forget when it got passed around. It was like the class would achieve something, and like you'd pass around the jar, and there's like fucking 400 Jolly Ranchers
Right.
in
Yeah.
this jar. And it's like inevitably toward the end of the year, it's just like they're all lemon.
grape.
They're lemon.
Yeah.
It's grape and lemon.
Yeah.
It's like
Nobody wants the.
fucking
No one wants the
grape and
reward anymore.
Yeah, this Cobalt is like lemon. It's like it's just like ugh. Like I'd rather have like unflavored.
I'd rather just have a cup of warm water.
yeah. This the Chevy Cobalt is like a glass of room temperature tap water. It's like as nondescript. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something worse, and I want
It's
to
like I
say
said that there are definitely worse cars that are
Yeah.
shittier,
more uninspiring. Like
Yeah.
like you drive this
with
thing every
less
day,
thought about it.
and like
When I saw the picture of the sedan, the car that came to mind was the Dodge Avenger, which is about that
That's-
same time.
It's close.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
but
yeah, it's gonna be something
Neck and neck.
it's probably going to be like an American or Korean car from that era.
It's gotta be
Yeah.
that era, yeah. Because like anything from the '90s is gonna have some character.
Yeah, and then even like whatever, an '08 Corolla is a pretty shitty car, but at least it's like, this thing. But at least like, this thing is like bulletproof.
I'd
and you can-
rather have a Corolla.
right.
Yeah. Okay. You might be there.
So I don't know if I
We'll
would like
put
to,
it out to the audience,
I'd like
like-
to challenge someone to come out with we need like a name for the scale.
Yeah.
The Cobalt scale.
Well, yeah. The spectrum is from Cobalt to some.
Like Ford GT.
Well, it's just like the Kelvin scale. It starts at 0. The Cobalt starts at 0. Try to go negative Cobalt.
Okay. Now I'm just like I'm like frantically Googling like lame cars. Fair enough. Let's just go with it. What about the fine. We'll come back to that.
Yeah,
one.
we'll leave it at that for now.
How about by the next podcast
Yeah.
I'm gonna have an answer for you.
Yeah, take some time and think about it. We like to put that challenge out to.
Yeah, let us
anyone
know
who's
in the
listening.
comments because I feel like this would have been a good live stream one because people be throwing some shit out.
Yeah.
But it would also take them some time. This
Yeah,
is, this
you
isn't
got,
some-
you got
It's
to.
kind of a soul
yeah,
search.
this isn't something you need to like go out to the desert
Yeah.
and think about it.
Because
for
you
a
can't
while.
think like which cars give me an emotional response. It's
Right.
which cars give me nothing. Like which car?
Yeah, I think this car has no response and it's not that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of that,
Yeah. Solid. Okay. Well,
hard hitting.
there's the Cobalt Theory for you. Okay. So here's a little story. When I had the M5 lowered, I drove it out to a shop and had it lowered. I had someone else put coilovers on it. Someone else installed them for me. And so I was driving it home, and on the way home, I saw it's a 03, so it's like the E39 body style, and I saw another E39 on like a black one lowered on like aftermarket
Right.
18s. And it's like those cars are either fixed up or daily driven. And
Sure.
so it's like you can tell if it's
Enthusiast.
yeah. And so it's
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. Like, because they are out there. People, there's
Sure.
a little following. I was like, sweet. Like, clean one. I was like, look, it looked good. And like he saw me, you know, like drove past him and stuff. It's like, oh, cool. Like, let's go, you know, like, sweet. Like,
oh, hey.
hey, what's up? Like, fellow, whatever. And so we're like driving along, and I get in the right turn lane because I'm going on the freeway, and he passes me, and it was a 540i.
Yeah.
It wasn't an M5.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, oh, never mind. I thought we were little birds with a feather thing going on. Yeah, it's too bad.
Someone rules the nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just made me think about like kind of the like pecking order when you have the same like.
Yeah, because I was driving over here actually to film this morning, and I was in the Type R, and I was like sitting at a light, and then a newer Civic Si coupe like turned in front of me,
Yeah.
and he was just fucking on it.
Yeah, they're always trying to prove their worth.
Well, that's the thing. It can be. I guess it depends on the person.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like in a way, it's almost like awkward.
Right.
In a way.
Sorry, dude.
Because it's like. It's either they could be like really excited, like, oh, like that's what my car aspires to be.
Right.
Like that thing is cool. Like nice job.
Or they're trying to show off, and they literally think their car's better than yours.
I don't know if it's that, or it's more like they know that they're a few rungs.
Yeah.
You evoke something in them.
So it's like they might like try to make up for it.
Yeah.
So they might.
The
Like,
SI is actually a better platform for tuning.
Yeah.
so they might like punch it hard or like rev at you or something.
Yeah.
Or they might just kind of like shrivel up and
Yeah, they turn before it's their turn kind of thing. I was going this way anyways.
See, I imagine that probably happens with like a lot of different cars.
Yeah.
It's like you got the guy in the Mustang GT, like thinking he's all bad when he's next to like a V6, and then a GT 350 pulls up. There's one better than mine.
Yeah, or like a SS and then like a 1LE pulls up or something. Because there are a lot of cars like that. Some of them truly, like the other week, we went for a drive in our friend Nate's
Camaro.
Yeah.
Camaro.
The video's on
1L.
Patreon. if
Yeah,
you
we
wanna
have
check it
we
out.
have a little video of us driving our friend Nate's SS 1LE Camaro, and it's like we were really talking about it. I was like, man, there's really a case for this over the ZL1.
Mm-hmm.
It's not clear to me which one I'd rather have.
Right.
Just because like there are drawbacks.
It's not like
to
hands down. Like
Yeah, it's not hands down.
Right.
But there are certain cars where it's just like, oh, you just didn't want to spend the money.
Yeah, like if you can afford it, that's the one.
Like
to
you
get.
just would get. I mean, it's kind of like SS to 1LE.
Right.
It's like you just want the 1LE.
There's no drawbacks.
It's just better.
aside
You get
from
a
being a
bunch
little bit more money.
Yeah, you just get a bunch of cool shit. The drawback is it's more money.
Right.
Right.
You know, and it's like there was something else. I remember on Top Gear, Hammond was like, wasn't it like the only people who drive a Cayman, like you only drive a Cayman
Because you can't afford a 911.
which is like such an asshole thing to say, but it's kind of true. It's
Sure.
like,
Or like
why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or the Boxster. Like,
Or the Boxster or whatever. And it's just like one of those things where it's like there's certain cars where you only should have gone up.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for money.
The
And
worst-
in those cases, like SI to Type R, it's like you want this.
Yeah.
Although I do like that. I like that sign. Like it's a hell of a value.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
But the Type R is better in
but,
every way.
but it's kind of like I remember I sent you guys that picture like a couple weeks ago when I was also in the Type R and I went to the store and there was like a brand new like LX Civic that was like parked across from me and it had like
a Type R
It had like a
wing.
Type R style wing and like tire lettering on the stock.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the stock tires with the aforementioned wheel covers.
Yeah.
That's another crazy one. Like, I feel like this topic's kind of dumb to touch on because it's been beat on so many
Sure.
times. But like the people who fake a
Right,
higher car,
right.
like who do you think you're fooling?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a nod to the heritage.
Yeah, it's like as if anyone would know what a M car is.
That
other than someone
that
who
also
knows
doesn't know that it's fake.
And knows that it's
what
fake.
M car
Yeah.
is. And I've yet to see one because like if you're really nerdy, you can spot.
even
little
before
tiny
the before
details.
the-
Yeah, you're
way
like, oh,
before
he
the
doesn't.
badges.
That's not the right side molding.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
But like I've yet to see one that's even convincing. It's like
Right.
they're not even close. They'll put the badges in the wrong spot, like those fake cars.
I have seen a few like of the older Integra Type R's where you'll see one driving and you can't tell
Really?
Right.
because like
They'll put stickers and stuff.
they'll have like the 5 lug wheels and the championship white paint, but like there's a lot of non
Right.
for them.
Type R's that
Yeah.
Type R look.
Yeah, Type R look. Yeah,
But I guess
like,
in that case, it's not even that big of a deal because it's not like a Type R is that much different.
yeah. Oh man, you just lit the
With the flames.
you just lit the comments.
Some guy's
section.
just screaming at us right now into his iPod.
hand ported.
But I mean, you could put a Type R motor in one of those.
Yeah, right. You could.
It won't have like the whatever additional stitch welding or whatever.
Yeah, the like
Those
seam
things.
welded.
Yeah.
No, they only had the smartest engineers building those. But yeah, I don't know. I think I saw something the other day. I forget what it was. I think it was like a fake GT Mustang.
Yeah.
Like an SN95 one. And it was just like, what are you doing? Like, who is that for?
Yeah, but mostly, yeah, when I parked next to that, like, modded new base model Civic,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the person that was driving it, but I wondered, like, what they thought of my car, like, when they came
When they
out.
came back and saw a real,
It was either like, oh, dude, sweet, like Type R. Like,
Yeah.
that's
So like,
that's what I, that's
yeah.
what,
that's what
that's
I
the
wanted.
pinnacle, yeah. Or it's like, oh, fucking Type R. It's not that great.
Like
Like,
intense shame.
yeah.
You like, didn't even look at it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't want to see it. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
not to make me sound like a dick or anything. I'm talking about how great my car is.
Yeah.
It's not
It's the best of the best.
but it's just funny when it's in that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next to like
The real thing.
the
yeah.
lesser,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cheaper version of the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, here's an interesting one. 0 to 60.
The standard.
Who cares? Because like a couple years ago, we reached peak 0 to 60 relevance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and now we are so far past it.
Well, the funny thing is 0 to 60 was a thing like in the 60s.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe even before that.
Right.
Like it's always kind of been the standard by which a car is judged. Acceleration is judged.
I mean, the only time I feel like it mattered was like the late 80s and like 90s. Because it seems like every other time.
when it became like an advertising point.
No, I would just say like the only time it's actually relevant because every other time, like in the 60s and now, it's just a measure of tire.
Right. But well, especially because tires fucking sucked back then.
They're garbage. Like
Yeah.
those motors were so.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you measuring?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just tires.
It's on
And
like
today, it's just
195, 70, 14.
yeah, today it is purely just a measure of like tire and the sophistication of the traction control and like launch control or
Right.
something. It's like it's
In performance cars.
sure in performance
Because,
cars.
yeah, I mean, 0 to 60 matters up to a point. Because
We're so
there's some-
far beyond reasonable traction limits in performance.
Well, not only
cars
that,
now
because
that it
even
just
like
doesn't
even
matter.
60 miles an hour is kind of an arbitrary number because
Yeah.
in the 60s, like you were kind of hauling ass if you're going 60
Yeah.
miles an hour.
yeah, now it's just
That
the
it's like
norm.
60 miles an hour is considered like this is freeway cruising speed.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Like how fast will this get up to highway speed?
Yeah.
Right.
And now, like if you're going 60 on the highway, you're getting fucking
Yeah,
people are just blowing by you.
right.
But also, like the zero part of it is probably the part that doesn't matter, that matters least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do those like 5 to 60 things.
Yeah, that seems more like how you would drive a car.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I think the problem is not that there aren't better metrics because there are.
Yeah,
like
it's just
um,
it's become such a standard.
yeah, like but it's because they don't talk about them.
Yeah.
like the 0 to 60 is still the most talked about one,
Right.
And so it's just like it doesn't really. You still kind of like do your own research to like most people who actually want to know are like, okay, 0 to 60, but like. What's the 5 to 60, and then like what's the trap speed? in a
Yeah,
quarter
or even
mile?
they do the thing where they just like leave it in third or whatever.
Yeah, or like
Just-
what's the like 80 to 120,
Right.
or whatever, like 60 to 100. Like
Yeah,
you kinda have to look
trap
at it.
speed is pretty good for like how fast is this car moving?
Yeah, trap
Yeah,
speed's not
so-
bad. I honestly like the quarter mile is pretty good.
it's a good.
Yeah.
That one's pretty solid.
It's basically mixing both of them.
Yeah, because you both get to see it's the combo of trap speed and quarter mile,
Right.
where you'll be like, oh, that car just launches hard, but it obviously doesn't pull that hard.
Right, because there'll be a car that does 0 to 60 in like 4.5.
Yeah.
Well, Teslas are sort of like that.
Teslas are like that,
They
where
have,
like they'll trap low.
Yeah, they have like ridiculous 0 to 60.
Yeah. And quarter mile, really. They're just like, clearly falling off
It'll
at
be
that
like
point.
12.1 at 114 or something like that.
Yeah, or there'll be things where it's like, wow, this thing must be like a bear to launch.
Yeah.
But it's fucking hauling.
Right.
It's doing like 135.
Yeah, once it gets going, it's
Like
going.
a bottom 11 or something.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, that thing's moving. So yeah, I'd say quarter mile.
Yeah, and then and then even in terms of like messing around on the street, like how often do you race someone from from zero?
Yeah.
0 to 60 or like from a stop is like the. I used to be into it, and now it's like, ugh, why would I do that to my clutch?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, like, why
Like
not?
we're gonna start from zero.
Yeah.
The races I enjoy, like the races, are when like neither of you admit you're gonna race, and then, like halfway through the intersection, it like
like,
escalates, and then
Yeah.
you're both like punching it by the end of first.
You're looking out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah,
is he going to go for
It's
it?
like, well, if he's gonna go, I'm gonna go a little more aggressive.
That actually happened to me the other day in the Type R. I was like next to one of those like kind of weird like goldish yellow M4s. I forgot.
Phoenix yellow.
Yeah.
I can't
And
remember.
he was kind of like driving fast, kind of like a dick. And that guy just got next to him in a light. I was like, I'm pretty sure this guy will race me, but I wasn't sure. I didn't really want to race him anyways.
Yeah.
But you went for it.
But I kind of like took off and I like started to get on it. But then like I was in this lane that was all like totally fucked up from potholes and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I kind of got on it a little bit and the car just started like bouncing and then he just fucking took off and I was like, all right, fuck that. Like, this wasn't the right.
Yeah, goading other people into races is pretty sweet. Mostly just because I want to hear the car. Like, who's really gonna like? Oh no, we're fucking settling this at 2:30 on a Tuesday in front of the like fucking Cheesecake Factory, with traffic. Like,
Whose car is faster?
Yeah, like no, buddy, I'm doing a full fucking launch control.
Yeah.
Like, what asshole is like racing? Like, I showed him.
I'm the bigger man now.
Go home and tell your wife you lost to me. The fucking in the octagon, bitch. Like it's like who's actually racing? But that kind of shit where you're like sort of fucking with each other, kind of stuff. Like that's pretty fun.
That's like as far as I've ever gone.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty lighthearted, and you still get a pretty good. Like I'm a big fan of the like leaving it in third.
Yeah.
So you're like kind of higher,
yeah.
and then just sort of like getting on it. So it's like that's all I want to see them do.
Right.
No one's gonna get hurt. You get a good sense of how powerful the car is. You know,
That's all you need.
It's a treat for me if you're like next to a Hellcat and they like get on it a bit.
Yeah.
It's like thanks. Like I don't need to see you fucking lay 150
Fish tail in out.
rubber.
Yeah.
And I'm like waiting for you to like lose it and hit a school bus. Like, don't do that. Don't. Like, jeez, like settle down. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm all about. That stuff. I'm all about that kind of
Antics.
racing.
I'm more the type that just likes to take over an intersection with my
Yeah.
best boys and just.
Now that since we've had that talk, like I'll just randomly see intersections on the way to work now, and it's just like donuts.
I told you, bro.
In the middle of it, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're all over the place. But yeah, I would say 0 to 60. It just doesn't. It doesn't matter because they'll always be like, in this car, like 0 to 60 in like 4.5 seconds.
Like
It's
every
pretty
car-
fast.
yeah, every
I don't
car's-
know what the fuck that means. Like, isn't the FRS pretty good? Doesn't
0
it
to
have-
60?
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Dude, I swear that
No, I think
car's got
I-
like a reasonable 0 to 60.
I mean, I think it's like 6.3 or something.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
It's pretty weak.
kind of slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say it's low sixes.
But yeah, to your point, you can tell when a car is pathetic. Like if a car is pathetic, like the new CHR,
yeah.
you know, like 0 to 60, like 12 seconds. You're like, this.
That's when 0 to 60 matters.
That
Fucking
is
sad.
really
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah.
Speaking of the FR,
Oh, that's a good little.
Good segue.
Okay. Do you guys remember Scion?
Yes.
yeah,
Specifically when Scion
bro,
came out.
that's a tender.
Still an open wound.
Yeah, 6.2 0 to 60.
Isn't that exactly
for
what
the
he said?
FRS.
Yeah.
Damn, he's a
Walking insane.
7.9 for the auto. That doesn't.
Oh,
sound-
that is not.
Heyo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyways.
Didn't we just talk about how many people bought the auto?
Yes. It's like 70%.
Yeah, I don't want it to be fast.
I don't want a second and a half faster 0 to 60.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways, I was just for some reason I was like looking at FRSs just to see like how like used ones to see just how
what the market's
cheap
like.
or expensive they are. And I kind of found out they're still pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Like for what they are. They're, I guess, which is good if you own one.
Yeah,
They've
those,
held their
those
value
seem
pretty
like
well.
they don't really have a reason to drop.
No. So, I mean, it's not like you can't really buy one as like a cheap prototype car.
Right.
But anyway, so like I just kind of got to thinking about Scion.
Like the old school Scions? Or
Just the brand in general.
The character arc of that brand.
Scion.
Yeah.
Just because so you look at the interior of one of these and you see like, oh, there's a steering wheel with a big Scion.
Yeah.
Oh right, Scion
Like that was a fucking brand.
came and went.
But do you remember this is probably more like 10 years, like more than 10 years ago.
Yeah. It was like
When,
right when we graduated high school, like 03.
Yeah,
probably.
but remember like Scion was like a thing.
Yeah. It was like
There
it was
were-
a youthful.
Yeah, I mean, there were people that were like proud
Yeah.
to fucking drive a Scion.
Yeah, it had like a whole community.
Yeah,
of,
they were like-
of people that like
Yeah,
customized it. and
there were
stuff
like
that.
clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2003 started.
I was gonna say.
Those were the days.
That was the year we graduated high school.
Even their marketing was like that. Like,
Yeah.
there was that one commercial, I don't know if we could still find it, but where they like a crew of XAs and XBs that were driving in the desert to have some car meet.
Yeah,
like
so they
heavily
started-
modified ones.
What were the launch models? XA and XB.
And
Yeah.
both of those were just rebadged economy cars from Japan that
yeah.
had been that had already been around for a few years
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, really, that brand was started with the XB.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
XA was a piece of shit. I mean, it was
The
fine.
XA was just like a fucking Echo.
yeah, it was just like dinky. But
Yeah.
the XB was really the one that like
It was unique.
It was
people went
quirky.
nuts for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it really was just the shape. There wasn't anything quirky about that car.
No,
That's what I mean,
I
yeah.
think the XA and the XB had like the same motor and same
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like the
platform.
interior's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's a boxy car.
Right. Which
Doesn't
the
it
one-
have like suicide doors too, or no? No, I thought it did.
It's literally
I'm-
just
a
I'm
box
thinking of
on-
the Element, then, right? Or
Oh
something.
yeah.
it's literally just a squared off car.
Yeah, just
and some
a box
brand,
on wheels.
some
Yeah.
marketing.
They were like extremely fucking roomy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
I'm
they
sure.
was,
Yeah. But it wasn't like anything.
Yeah, but the funniest thing is, it's like that Toyota killed the brand because it was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
But imagine being one of those people that was like really invested in it.
I'm sure there's still some.
I'm sure there's still in the
Oh,
deep
yeah, dude.
corners of the internet. There's
Yeah, I
probably
wanna-
still some.
I
Dude,
wanna-
there's fucking. Well, I mean, when you were talking about what was that car?
The PT
Cobalt.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Cobalt.
I already fucking forgot. What it was. But as I was like searching to see what it looked like, there were ones that were fixed up.
Yeah.
There's still enthusiast followings, I'm sure.
I feel like the XB just kind of turned into like the PT Cruiser. Like there's still
Yeah, but
a
I mean,
small
like
group of
people were specifically into it because it was a Scion, and like, okay, we let other Scions. It was like,
Yeah.
people like fucking bought into that.
Yeah, they bought
brand.
hook, line, and sinker or whatever. They fucking went for it.
I just wonder like what those people felt. It's like it's one thing when GM got rid of Pontiac or whatever like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because Pontiac had like a long history and they made some like really cool stuff that at one point was like unique to them.
Well, remember Saturn was kind of the same.
Yeah,
way.
Saturn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
Saturn
when it first started,
was-
they had that like Saturn meet,
Right.
with like people from all around the country came and like
But Saturn was at least like pretty unique. Like it was designed to be.
it was truly
They didn't just throw a different badge on a
Yeah.
Cavalier.
they truly honestly Saturn was like one of the most innovative
Yeah.
experiments to come out of an American car
Yeah,
company.
and it was. I remember, like in the beginning, like a lot of. I mean, you knew it was American, but you didn't know they're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just like another GM brand.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, they really
It wasn't like this is like a Buick or an
Right.
Oldsmobile.
Saturn honestly had that was a strong, like if that brand hadn't been what I don't know anything about it, but I'm just gonna assume it was fucking mismanaged.
Well, I think
And,
I know, like by the end, it had basically become just like a Buick.
yeah, like they just like they probably just didn't put the resources into it that it needed to be.
right.
But when did Saturn start? That was like what, 93 or something?
Maybe even
somewhere
early
around there.
90s for
Yeah.
sure.
It's like if you think about the arc of that car brand, 82 to 89. Jeez.
No. That can't be right. 89.
Yeah. So 90, the first one was built.
Okay.
So through the 80s,
they were like
so
were
90 to
developing it.
whenever it stopped. But it's
09 or
like
something.
that fucking brand could have like just dominated.
Yeah.
Like that
Well,
could
they did for a while.
Yeah, but if they had kept
Right. Yeah.
trying.
Because those things are actually like pretty good. They had like twin cam motors.
The early
and stuff.
ones.
Yeah.
It's like they clearly put a lot of effort in at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I'm truly just guessing here, but it's probably just like slowly suffocated with like lesser budgets.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, don't give it the
Just
resources.
steal-
to
yeah,
steal
share
the
with
parts
that.
from other
Yeah.
Chevys.
Whatever. Yeah. It's just like that brand could have killed it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that could have been legitimate. And then like of course they should have let it die now because it turned into
Yeah.
crap. It turned into crap, but yeah.
Buy an airplane hangar.
Yeah.
Honestly, man.
To the
But
brand.
yeah, Scion was not that.
No, yeah, Scion was like a
Pure marketing.
Yeah.
It was basically like, shit, there's a lot of youth getting into cars.
Yeah. What do we have that we can
Like-
like put a different badge on?
Like kids like this.
Yeah. They like customizing things.
And I feel like it was kind of like a like dumb way to start a car brand to begin with. And then they kind of killed it because like the last of whatever that generation was grew up. And like no one was like they just
Well, I know
don't care
I know the
anymore.
CHR was like destined to be a Scion.
Oh yeah, that thing looks like it.
Yeah.
But then the brand like went
Faded
they
away.
got rid of it.
That
So-
brand
so
just
now
had
it's a
no
toy.
clue what it was trying to be.
Yeah.
It was like, who is your market? It's
Yeah,
like,
but I just wonder like what those like enthusiasts thought when Toyota got rid of it. I'll never buy another Toyota again.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I
They're
don't-
just-
yeah.
Turned your back on.
Yeah, I don't know if they were like end of an era or
Like on the day of that announcement, they're on eBay. The prices for XBs like spiking for a few weeks because
yeah.
they're like thinking it's gonna get them now. You're gonna want your parts.
Yeah, but
cars.
I remember like when that like right before the FRS came out, like people told, all right, so this is the part number you need for the Toyota badge and like the airbag
Oh,
cover
right,
for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
were like
instantly trying to get rid of the Scion
before they
badge.
even like brought it home, they were
Yeah.
trying to take off the Scion badges on it.
Yeah, unless you were into the brand, you thought the brand was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they killed the brand, it was like, duh.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? It was a lifestyle. It was badges.
Yeah.
It was a brand made out of badges.
But at the same time, I can see why like people in Japan would put Scion badges on
Right.
there
Oh,
because like
totally.
it was like a very
Oh, yeah.
American, like
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it was probably a lot cooler outside of America. I can like totally see that. Especially if like I wouldn't be surprised if in Japan they thought it was cool here. Like
I wouldn't be-
like Americans.
All the
and
Well, I
kids
mean,
and all the kids
it
had
was
it.
at a point for when it first started out.
a couple of
sure.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all just
The place I got my intercooler pipes powder coated at, like the owner of that and some other guy who works there both have XBs and they're like all tricked out. Granted, they work at a powder coating place, so they have like different color wheels and all this crap. So it's still thriving and it's
Marketing.
yeah.
I'd like to see Scion come back.
Yeah. Maybe they'll
It's been gone for too
They'll
long.
merge with Saturn. Okay. One more thing that I just want to rant about that is unrelated to cars. But I want to get
Sometimes you just got to get some stuff off your chest.
especially when there's an audience and they're captive.
They're not going anywhere.
Relatively. I know you're sitting at your desk bored. You're just like waiting for your meeting to sitting in a meeting.
Stuck in traffic.
Fucking, I'm so tired of like the iPad's a great product.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like that was a good idea, and it launched this whole wave of
Tablets.
competing tablets.
Right.
Yeah, but like the way tablets are marketed is the thing that I'm fucking sick of.
Yeah.
because every fucking tablet commercial, it's like they're gonna show.
I'm
like,
an architect.
Yeah, they're gonna show the most fucking jerk off optimistic use, and it's
Yeah.
always like, I'm a busy businesswoman, and they'll like hand her
I'm
an
on the
iPad.
go,
and she's
yeah.
like scribbling.
Or there'll be like a couple of like construction guys on a job
Yeah.
site.
Yeah.
Like, here you go.
They're always like scribbling notes and like hand drawing a pie chart
Yeah.
while they're like doing a video chat. Like, who the fuck works like that? Nobody like. Why did you hand draw this? Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, they're just so dumb. The majority of people are just like, it's a bigger phone, so you can play Candy
Yeah.
Crush on your couch.
Yeah.
And like,
And then like every time you like actually use one, like when they have it at a like a restaurant or something, you're checking out. Like it's
yeah.
it's always like a little bit awkward.
Those
you have
are
to,
fine.
You have to
Yeah,
like
like,
press it a couple times.
honestly,
like,
the best use of an iPad is games while people are sitting on their couch and Square checkout.
Yeah, sliding your-
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
they've replaced
The
cash register.
Yeah, the mobile
Yeah.
cash register. Yeah.
That part's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way they actually advertise them, like, oh, like flip out
Yeah.
keyboard. And I'm a busy, I'm on the go. I'm an executive and I'm taking
The best
notes
one,
on it.
no,
It's
the
like,
best one. I've seen more. Now it's more like creative types. Like
Yeah,
the best
or
one I've
it'll
seen,
always
it's
be
like
like-
he's like, I design robots, and he's just like sketching like blueprints of this robot
Yeah,
and like
like-
schematics are like coming out. It's like you're not gonna fucking use a tablet
you're
for this
gonna
shit.
Fucking running. Like, I just had this
I can
brilliant
always
idea.
I can
I'm
just
gonna do
design
it.
stuff on the go.
I didn't want a real computer.
Yeah, I was on my commute in my autonomous car to my highly successful design job.
Yeah.
My creative design job, and I had to sketch some things on my.
I just had to
tablet.
get it down on paper right at that second,
I had
but
this-
not real paper,
I had
digital
to,
paper.
I had to pinch and zoom several times and use different colors.
Yeah.
I was so inspired. It's like they're so lame.
Yep.
They're so lame, but they still do it. I still see them doing it, and like they'll pop up. They'll be like, "Transform the way you work." It's
Yeah.
like, you're not going to transform.
Redefine the meaning of work.
Yeah, it's like you're not going to redefine shit.
Slowly, the Apple Watch commercials are turning into that crap, like
Yeah.
what people use their
Well,
Apple
it's kind
Watch
of like
for.
they pitch a product
Yeah.
and they do sell a bunch of them, but then it's like, whoa.
We need more people to buy this.
Yeah, how do we convince people who
Look at
haven't
all the
bought
cool
it
stuff you
that
can
they're
do.
missing out? It's like your colleagues are hand drawn pie charts, and
Yeah.
shit on the fly. Oh, impromptu meeting? That's fine. I come up with these slides on the fly. I'm gonna
It's sweet is because I bought
highlight this.
my girlfriend an Apple Pencil to use with her iPad because we went to like this conference and so
Oh, I don't have an Apple Pencil.
I know you need to get on this, and so she has to take a lot of notes and all this crap, and so I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like use this app that you can handwrite notes and then it converts it into like a PDF text, so you can email it to yourself.
Oh, she does. That's basically what I just made fun of.
Well, I mean, she did that once,
Isn't
like
it-
for this
okay.
conference.
Isn't
and
it faster to type than like handwrite stuff?
No,
Let's find
if
out.
you're like standing and like at a presentation
Yeah.
to like try to use a keyboard with one hand on an
People
iPad.
fucking text.
I don't
pretty
know.
Fucking fast. I
But
don't know.
she used it for that way. But now she got like an app that's like a
Handwriting or
a
text
paint by
messages?
numbers app, and so she just
okay.
uses the pencil for that because it's way easier.
Yeah.
So it pivoted into
Yeah, I don't know.
not productivity, and
You could handwrite your text messages and then convert it just to regular text.
that's what this app does.
No,
Is you
but no, I
handwrite
mean, like your actual text.
oh yeah,
Oh well.
Maybe we should get those. All right. Anyways, that felt nice.
get that off your
chest. Yeah. One last time, sup to our patrons.
Sup.
Thanks,
Sup,
guys.
Carl?
Yeah, thanks for being in that community and making it ever more entertaining. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And we will see you again. We'll be back next week. So see you next time.
See you.
Bye bye.